Time, Quentin? Oh. Good morning and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center, Saxe. This Sunday, February 7, 2021. Let's take a deep breath together and exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Begin slowly opening mind and heart. Letting go of distractions. Letting go of all the hats that we wear during the week. Obligations, responsibilities. All of the roles we play. Letting go of any facade that we may have up in front of others and just settling down into our heart space. Opening our awareness up to who we truly are as divine beings. Remembering that at the center of everything, at the back of everything, is this divine presence that is us, expresses as us. Remembering that there is a silence deep within us, a peace. An inner presence, a divine intelligence. That helps us, guides us through our day if we are listening. That all that we need, all that we could ever want, springs from this place, springs from this energy, springs forth from this love, this infinite well, this infinite spring of love, this infinite spring of goodness and peace and comfort, of prosperity, vibrant health. Divine vision. All of it is closer than our next breath, closer than at the tips of our fingertips. It's all within us. At the nth degree of every cell of our bodies, there is an intelligence. And so we breathe into this now, knowing that this intelligence is us and we are the intelligence. We are one energy, one energetic body, one human body, one human race, one love, one love, one love. One love, one, one. And now we affirm our oneness with this divine presence through song, our centering song, Spirit's Prayer.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
And so, with all the children of the world, in our hearts and in our minds, we now say our children's blessing together. Children of light, we see you guided and directed by an inward spirit that leads you into the path that is right for you. We see you strong and whole. We see you blessed and prospered. We see you courageous and confident. We see you as the spiritually perfect beings you truly are. Children of light, we bless you. And our inspiration moment for today is from 365 Science of Mind, and the word is presence. It doesn't matter what we call it, so long as we remember that there is a secret place of the Most High within us that we might consciously enter into it by merely knowing that we are already there. This is the place where the universe meets us in its wholeness without any restriction whatsoever. This is the place where the all delivers everything that it is to us. Anything that helps you enter here is good. If you say prayers, make affirmations, repeat beautiful passages, or just sit in quiet contemplation, realizing the presence of life, you will do well. For all of these methods lead to the conclusion that the power exists and is available. All life, all health, all love, all peace exist in this power. Our loneliness, our sense of isolation, our poverty, our doubt, and our sickness are results of being disconnected in consciousness from this divine self. I let go of every inharmonious, limiting thought. I quietly turn within and acknowledge that inner presence of my own being. Beautiful, uplifting feelings of harmony, peace, and love through me like a river, elevating my consciousness to a new and higher level of acceptance and unity. Pray without ceasing. That's from 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 17. Let's repeat together 3 times our affirmation. Together, I am one with the presence. I am one with the presence. I am one with the presence.
Make space for the good things in your life. Make space for the good things in your life. Create a pathway to your heart. Create a pathway to your heart.
Hold space for the good things in your life. Hold space for the good things in your life. Create a pathway to your heart. Create a pathway to your heart.
Receive love that's all around. Love that's all around.
In this abundant life, all good things come from the divine source. And for us, we only have to hold space for that goodness, create a pathway to our hearts, and then receive all the love that's around every day, every moment, all the time. All the time.
So if you'd like to sing along with us on this last part, it's receive the love that's all around. Receive
wardrobe change. Presto changeo. This is the place where the universe meets us in its wholeness without any restriction whatsoever. This is the place where the all, capital A, delivers everything that it is to us. All life, all health, all love, all peace exist in this power. Our loneliness, our sense of isolation, our poverty, our doubt, and our sickness are results of being disconnected in consciousness from this divine self. The important words here are being disconnected in consciousness. There's no way to be disconnected in actuality because we are that presence. And so it's only when we disconnect in consciousness, in our thought about our lives and who we are and what this life is about, that causes dis-ease in our life. And the dis-ease shows up as either a lack of love, a lack of peace, a lack of unity, loneliness, poverty, just like the rest of this passage from 365, Science of Mind, says. So when we forget that all of this goodness is all around us, within us, and as us, that's when dis-ease happens. Not necessarily disease, but dis-ease. Anything that is not in alignment with the all good, with goodness. And so as we take this path towards abundance this year, we talked about this, having that foundation, realizing that the world we live in, that this existence that we have is all goodness. And that if we don't know that, that's the root of our problem if we are not experiencing abundance in every area of our lives. So we have to know and we have to feel that foundation all the time. And just know it's there. And when we forget, bring yourself back to the realization. When you forget, bring yourself back through whatever means, beautiful passages, reading scriptures, song, affirmations, whatever it is, it all works and it's all good, but sometimes we need to be brought back to center. Brought back to center. All health, all love, all peace exist in that power. So now it's time, now that we've laid a foundation about abundance, it's now time for you to decide what is it you want to realize more of this year. What area of your life? What area? In what area of your life, mind, body, spirit, and heart, what area within those 4 regions of life are you feeling like there's lack and limitation, where there's something missing, something not quite right, something not in alignment with your dreams? I believe your dreams were created with you and for you. And so whatever is not realized yet is waiting for you to call it in. Whatever it is. And you get to decide what that is. What do you pray for? What wakes you up in the middle of the night? when you watch someone else in life, someone either in your life or somebody that you know that has an abundance of something that you think you lack, and sometimes the emotion starts to rise up when you see it and you think, oh man, wish I had that. What is that thing? What is that thing? And when you isolate that thing in your consciousness, I want you to get clear about what it is and how you want that to show up in your life. To what degree do you want that? Do you want a little bit of it? Do you want a lot of it? The universe, God, spirit, energy, has no feeling or judgment about what it is you ask for. And your dreams can be manifested at 1% of the dream, 5% of the dream, 20% of the dream, 80% of the dream, 1,000% of the dream, depending on your level of consciousness and what you're willing to ask for, claim, and be grateful for. What are you willing to ask for, claim, and be grateful for? The promise from Scripture is ask and you shall receive. That you shall receive. Not maybe, not perhaps, not just a tiny bit, depending on how good you've been, how much you pray, how long you meditate, how much money you give, how good you've been in the past, or not. Yes. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. All the judgments we make about ourselves don't matter. What matters is that you realize that there is that all good that we talked about, that foundation of goodness, that foundation of infinite source. You're tapping it and saying, I know it's there. That is my existence. That is my life. I claim it. And then step forward and say, sometimes aloud, perhaps we have to do that aloud, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is your heart, this, is calling you to right now. Perhaps it has been calling you for a long time. Often the thing we cry for the most is something we feel we have been lacking the longest. Perhaps it's something that you didn't get from your family of origin. Acceptance, recognition. Some of us grew up just wanting to be seen, really seen by someone for who we are and love us just for who we are. Some of us have grown up in abject poverty and struggle against that line that we believe that's been in our lives or that does exist, some line, some glass ceiling that our consciousness has constructed, and we think it's not for us to have more than that particular amount of financial abundance. Because all you heard all your life is, we don't have, we can't afford, we don't do, it's not for us, not for you, you can't have, you don't deserve, you're not worthy, whatever, blah, 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 on and on. You hear it forever, forever, and then it becomes your paradigm, your consciousness. And so it takes bravery and courage to say, yes, I believe in an infinite source of goodness, and yes, that is mine too. Is it health? Have you struggled with something in your life, perhaps for a long time, and you just want to feel physically good? So that you can navigate this life and do whatever it is you want to do. And have your body cooperate and support you in that. So that you have lungs filled with air, strong legs, strong arms, so you can pick up and hold your grandchildren. That's a nice thing. Isn't that a wonderful feeling? You can just grab those little ones. Yeah. When you just want to enjoy your home, perhaps be able to just walk up the stairs without thinking about it. I remember my parents at some point, they would have a repository at the bottom of the stairs for everything that needed to go upstairs by the end of the day, because we're not making more than one trip. So the stuff would stack up. And sometimes if they were really tired by the end of the day, that stuff stayed till the next day. Or somebody who was younger and healthier could take that upstairs for them. Yeah. Some people just want to be able to go up the stairs more than once a day. But you can have that too, if that's your dream, if you just want to be able to go upstairs and enjoy another part of your house. That's meaningful to a lot of people. It's no small thing. Do you know how many people can't get up and walk across the room without thinking about it? It's no small thing. So whatever it is you dream about, call it forward. Think of those things during the day that bother you and you think, oh, man, why not me? Why not me? And the question is, why not you? And it is there. It is there for you to have and to call in. But again, you have to ask for it, claim it, not as a question, claim it. I am vibrantly healthy and have all the strength I need to do everything I want to do every single day of my life. I have all the love, more love than my 2 arms can hold, that I can wrap my heart around. I want to enjoy life. I want freedom to enjoy my life. Go where I want to go, when I want to go, and not have to edit it down. I want to be able to give to the causes that speak to my heart. I want to be able to give. I want to be a philanthropist. I want to have the energy to start an organization that will serve some need in this world. What are those things? Think about them. That you have all the resources you need to do the things that you believe you're called to do. And know that they're coming to you exactly when you need them in place. That the perfect people, the right amount of money, the right energy, the right knowledge, All of it is right here for you. Decide now what it is you're going to call in, and we'll work on it the rest of the year. What is it? What speaks to your heart? What is it? And has it been lingering for a long, long time? It doesn't matter how long you've wanted it. If you've wanted it 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, doesn't matter. Call it in now. There's no expiration date. There's no quota in the universe for goodness. It's limited by your consciousness. This feeling disconnected, as long as you feel disconnected from the thing from which you can never be disconnected, you will have dis-ease. There will be this lack of ease in life where you know everything is possible and will manifest. So many of us knock on the door, but don't open it. Goodness comes into our lives and we sabotage it because we're not used to it, or it scares us. And we say, oh, there it is. Oh my God. Somebody asked me out. Somebody's being nice to me. My long-lost brother called me. Haven't heard from him in 20 years. What's he want? What's he want? I'm not going to answer. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You know, stuff shows up and we say, I'm not used to this. And then we run in the other direction. Sometimes goodness shows up and we don't know what to do with it. Somebody very close to me was staying with us for a while. And this person really just had a hard life. Hard life. And they came to stay with us for a while. In fact, that's why we came to this area, moved to Texas. And then all this goodness came into her life. Things that you and I probably take for granted. That there's food always in the refrigerator. And that whatever it is you wanted to eat is right there. That there was a beautiful place for you to live. Beauty all around you. People loving you. Being available to you with no ulterior motive. Do you know there are some people in life who have not experienced love without ulterior motive? And if you have that, what a gift that is. She had not experienced that in her life. And so she enjoyed it for a time, and then about 30 days in, couldn't hack it anymore. And left without a word, just walked away. Because it was too much to behold. Too much to behold. That all that goodness could be for her. All that goodness. And so she ran back to the lack she was used to. That's what happens when our consciousness can't wrap around the all good. How sad is that? But we do it sometimes in smaller measures, and so we think that's not us. But how many of us have sabotaged something wonderful coming into our lives? How many of us? How many of us have had love right there and not seen it? And not seen it. Right there. Not trust it. Not trust that it is there. Sometimes the love is there without ulterior motive, but you don't trust it. But not trust it. because you're not used to it. And so we have to work on our consciousness around whatever it is you decide to ask for. We're going to work on that consciousness. What do you need to do? How do you need to stretch your consciousness, expand your understanding of goodness in order not to let that thing you're going to call in scare you when it shows up? Because when it starts to show up, I want you out here like this with your arms wide open saying, oh yeah, thank you. When it starts to come, I want you all over the place saying, oh my gosh, it's happening. It's coming. And not be able to sit still because it's flooding into your life like never before. And keep those arms open. I don't want us shutting down during the year because the goodness is flooding in. So we've got to be honest with ourselves about what our fears are around some levels of goodness. What is your fear about that? What are the messages? Because once it starts to show up, then your stuff will start to show up around it. All your messaging about it will start to show up. And so during this year, we'll start working on those things as they come up. So you may want to have a journal or something, some way to make note of what's happening within you when you start to claim this goodness that you want. What's showing up? What is that message that says, oh, not you, not you. She can have it. You can't. What is that? And then get in touch with where that's coming from. That message I gave last week was about, I had that moment where something I was called to do, I was getting a message within me saying, not you, you're not good enough for that. Don't even go there, girlfriend. Don't even go there. And so I had to go back to an experience I had with my mother 50-some years ago about her consciousness about how much goodness was for her in life. But I grabbed that message and assimilated it into my paradigm. And that's what happens in our families of origin. You hear the messages, and it might not be your experience, but you hear somebody else going through something, you think, oh, okay, that must be for me too. Somebody else's message. My antenna picked up somebody, got all crooked and picked up somebody else's stuff. And then I carried it for 50-some years. And then on my couch last weekend, I had to come to terms with it. She's not even here. Yes, I had to heal from somebody else's message because our consciousness grabs on the things that we hear and experience. I had a visceral experience with that message at that time 50-some years ago. That's the kind of stuff that's going to show up. And you got to decide in that moment, am I going to do this or this? No.
You gonna do it now or later?
That's right. Do you want it today or you want it in 10 years? You know how we put stuff off? I don't want to deal with that now. I told you, I had other stuff I was going to do last Saturday when all that stuff came up and that vertigo hit me. And my body had to sit still for hours at a time. Man, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to see all that. I didn't want to feel that again. But it's all right here, right past your consciousness, waving at you. Hello. Love and happiness, prosperity. Sitting right over here waiting for you to look at me. Waving its hands, smiling, jumping up and down. Me. You're just doing this. So let's get clear this week. Maybe you need longer. I don't know. Start getting clear about what it is you're going to call in this year. Mind, body, spirit, or heart. You can ask for the whole kit and caboodle. It's up to you. We've got a year to work on it. And more. This is just the start. Because once you start to see it coming in, then you realize that this source really is unlimited, that it is infinite. And once you see a little bit, you come in and you say, oh, that's what that looks like. I think I want a little more. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That family member and me, we had a 5-minute conversation, and nobody cussed at anybody. We didn't have much to say, but we're going to have another conversation. I want more of that. Oh my gosh, I went up the stairs twice today. I want more of that. Yeah. Oh my God, my body feels great today. I want more of that. Oh my gosh, my heart is overflowing with love today. I want more of that. Oh my gosh, I'm so peaceful this week. Everything just flowed into my life with ease and grace. I want more of that. Oh my gosh, I went to work today, and everybody was cordial and respectful to everybody. I want more of that. Oh my gosh, I paid all my bills on time and had a little left over. I want more of that. Oh my gosh, I've been out of work for a little bit. Oh my gosh, I've been out of work for a long time. But I just got 2 interview callbacks. I want more of that. Yes. Yes. That's the operative word for this year. Yes. Yes. The universe responds. Well, it'll respond to no, too. But how much more of yes do you want to say? So get clear. Get clear. All life, all health, all peace exists in that power that is the universe, capital U, that is you, that is your consciousness. Let it expand. Let it expand. Open it up. Ask, how could I experience more love in my life? And wait for the answer. I feel like my body's breaking down. How do I feel better every day? What do I need to do? Tell me what I need. What do I need to change? What do I need to say? What programs do I need? Do I need to do anything special? Tell me, body, what do you want? And when it starts to show up, say, yes, I'll do that. Yes, here it is. Be willing to say yes to the things you don't expect, because the universe will always bring you things you don't expect. Because if you expected it, you'd probably be doing it. You'd probably have it. Probably be easy. So tune in to what you're hearing. And then sit with it. Meditate on it. Get comfortable with it. Keep saying yes to it. Stand up and open your arms. And say that thing aloud. And then say, yes, thank you for manifesting in my life fully and thoroughly. Pour it on. And keep saying yes even when it scares you. Keep saying yes even when you have doubts. Keep saying yes. Keep calling in that thing. Keep claiming it in every moment. So we're ready for clarity. Be bold. Be brave. Ask for something you've dared not ask for before. Ask for something you think you shouldn't have at this age or at this level of income or with the opportunities you currently have. Ask for that. Because if it's somewhere out here trying to get your attention, it is for you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. It's for you. Your dreams are for you. So we're getting clear this week. Get clear, because we can't claim till you get clear. Get clear. And start noticing what comes up for you as you get clear. Because that's the work we'll start to do. What are the niggling messages that start coming about? What are the fears that start coming about? So it's time to get clear. And if you can't get clear, ask for clarity. Ask your heart, what do you want the most? What would you love? We're not settling. We gave up accepting crumbs over a year ago. We let all that go, remember? We let all that go. What is your soul crying for today? Write it down. Say it aloud. Start to hear it, start to feel it, and then we'll move forward. Let's take this in a meditation. So here in this moment, we stay in our heart space and listen. Listen, listen, listen for our soul's desire at this point in our lives. Just listen. And see what rises to the top within you. What starts to rise up, what voice, what need, what desire is rising up within you. What is knocking at the door of your consciousness right now? So in this moment, we give thanks for clarity. And thoughts of all that we do not want to continue manifesting is just going to slip away into nothingness. Just slipping away. And the God of your understanding is is standing here before you, within you, speaking to you with whatever it is you want to call forth in those proverbial hands. Ready to pour it upon you. Ready to pour it into your life. So much so that your heart can't wrap around it. There's so much. Your arms can't possibly hold it. Your rational mind can hardly believe it. The divine presence, God, is all powerful, all knowing, everywhere. There's nowhere that God is not. All powerful. And whatever it is that was implanted in your heart is yours for the asking, for the claiming. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened. Poured forth, overflowing. Clarity. And with clarity, we give thanks for expanded consciousness around this very thing. That is sitting before you, waiting for you to say yes. Waiting for you to say yes. If you're still waiting for it to be clear, be patient, knowing that in the asking, the answer automatically starts to come forth. And at the right time, in the right place, the light bulb will go on. And your heart of hearts will know that that is the answer you've been seeking. You'll respond in such a way that you'll have no doubt about the answer. No doubt. Only faith. Only gratitude. Only celebration. Just take a deep breath. Saying yes on inhale and thank you on exhale. Yes on inhale. Thank you on exhale. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. so it is, and so it shall be. So while we are feeling so very connected to that presence, let's lift in prayer all those who are feeling disconnected right now.
My friend Beth Turner lost her husband. Paul and Judy.
Paul and Judy. For Heather and family. Tiffany. For Cindy and all those who love her. For Lisa. For Katie. For Stella. For Bob and Glenda. The Vizcara family. Reba and Eddie. For Lola and family. For Chelsea.
For Tom and Karen.
For Donna and her special intentions. For Jim and Robin. For everyone in this room. For Alexine, Stephanie, Carl, and family. For the Greenfield family. For the Wortham family, the Silverberg family. For the community of Unity on Greenville. And for Karen. For Melinda and PJ. For the Andrews and Pitts family and the Horton family. And for little baby Horton, who is on his way. For all these that we have named, and for all those who are in our hearts and minds, who may not have been named in this moment, we know and affirm that their highest and best is at work, always at work, because we all live in a universe of all goodness, all the time, in all situations. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. And so as we prepare for our celebration of giving, we know that this one source is the source of all things, all goodness, whether it is love, peace, joy, health, or finances. So let's recite together our celebration of giving. Together, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all the good that I am and have, all the good that I give and receive, and so it is.
It goes something like this. You are the sun, shines so bright above. Please never go out for too
So let's bless our offering. We are deeply grateful for all the time, treasure, and talent that pours into this community. We're grateful for all the hearts, the beloved souls that come here and do the work so that this place can grow and thrive, continue its expansion in beauty, financial fitness. And so for all of this and all that is to come, we say yes, and we say thank you. Amen. And just a few announcements, sir. Tuesday, we're back again, so we have 3 more classes, I believe. 3 more classes on Tuesdays. Thank you to everybody who's participating. The conversations have just been really, really great and rich and full. I've thoroughly enjoyed it and learned so much. This is really a great book. Even if you're not participating in this class, I suggest you read this book at some point. It really is wonderful. Really great book. The Book of Joy, Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu and Douglas Abrams. That's his name, right? Yeah, Douglas Abrams. Third Wednesdays, grief sharing experience on Zoom. So you can go to thecalltopeace.com and get information about that and get the links. So spread the word, anyone who's dealing with grief, no matter what the source of that grief is. It doesn't have to be the death of a loved one. So please refer them to the group. Anybody can participate from anywhere in the world, as long as they can be there from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, and that's every single Wednesday. Next, please. Check us out on the internet. So Pinterest, we have some boards up there with positive affirmations. We've all of the 12 Powers cards are up there. Of course, we're on Facebook. Google Business, we're there. If you feel like it, if you feel so invited, please go ahead and leave us a referral or a testimonial online. You can do that on Google Business, and you can also do it you can like us on Facebook. So Twitter is the little bird. The red and white is YouTube, and then there's Instagram. We're on there as well. And then our logo is there representing our app. I will put in the newsletter next time the link for the app if you have not downloaded it. I do want you to remember that there is a prayer wall there, so all of your prayer intentions you can add to that prayer wall, and then people who are also going to the wall can pray for your intentions, and you can pray for others there. So I'll make sure the link is there again. We did that for a while, so I'm sorry I hadn't put the link for the app in a long time. But the prayer wall, I think, is a wonderful thing for us all to participate in. Because then, and you can even let people know that you are praying with them. You can commit to pray for everyone that's on that list if you like, and add as many prayer intentions as you would like. So we can expand it beyond just Sunday morning when we're here together. Let's do our vision and mission, Quentin, please. Now let's recite together our vision and mission. We are Unity Spiritual Center, Saxe. We are a thriving global community of spiritual seekers, transforming lives through love and the expression of our innately divine gifts. Our mission is to inspire spiritual and personal growth through the teaching and demonstration of unity principles toward the realization of living our best lives. Divine wisdom is at work in every area of our lives right now. Everything is always working out for us. Poor Quentin. And so now, Fred Gardnauer, you're president of the board. Come on down.
Well, it wouldn't be me if I didn't tell you a story.
And it is you.
And it is me, so here you go. A while back, I was trying to find some information out about Quentin and Kim. And lo and behold, I ran across the preacher that spoke at their wedding ceremony, and the preacher said it was really interesting. He said, Quentin came up to me the night before the ceremony, and he said, look, if you'll leave out all of that love, honor, and obey stuff, then I'll give you $100. And so he slipped $100 in the preacher's hand, went off happy. Next day at the ceremony, preacher gets to that point, and he says, do you promise to bow down to your wife, to honor her every single day, to bring her breakfast in bed at least 3 times a week, and always treat her like a goddess? And he takes a deep breath and goes, okay, yes, I do. After the ceremony, he comes up to the preacher and he goes, I don't understand. I thought we had a deal. Preacher handed him his $100 back and said, Kim made me a much better offer. All right, I got 2 things, and one is, if you ordered a brick, you can now go out and see it in the brick path, because it's been installed, and we're real proud that that area now is pretty much full up, so we're real happy about that. But that's not why I'm up here today. Kim, our spiritual leader, has been with us for 3 years.
Thank you.
And in that time, the Spiritual Center has dramatically made some changes. So to help me explain all of this transformation, I want to invite the board up. And if y'all will all come up. And we're going to start with one of our newest board members, which is Jan. And then what I would suggest you guys do is keep your mask on until you're up here at the mic. There you go.
Thank you.
You want to lift that up?
Yes. I don't know how.
Higher.
Oop,
How's that?
that's great, thank you.
There you go.
Okay, hi. So if you read Kim's newsletter this week, you read some wonderful thoughts that she had about her first 3 years as our spiritual leader. And we're all thrilled about that. I think we can all agree with those things that she mentioned in the newsletter. There were seeds that were planted. Many of them have bloomed, and there's still a field yet to blossom. So we're looking forward to what comes ahead as well. But today we do want to share with you some of the happenings, some of the accomplishments that have already bloomed under Kim's leadership and with the involvement of the entire community. So first of all, and this is in no particular order, but let's think about the expanded digital presence that we have. We have enhanced our website with more enhancements yet to come. We have gone from the followers on Facebook have grown from 300 to over 1,500. And as Kim mentioned earlier, we have a presence on Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You know, we're all over the place, and we're proud of that, and we're glad. We have also completed about 95 to 97% of the forms and documentation that are required to file for federal tax exemption. And there was a myriad of things that needed to be done for that. And we're expecting to be able to submit that filing by the end of this month. So we don't know how long it'll take the government to approve that, but we expect to be approved. Mike?
Say yes and thank you.
Yes. Mike, would you share some more?
Thank you, Jan. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Mike.
Is anybody home? I want to thank you guys for making the effort to be with us today. It's a beautiful and wonderful celebration for our leader. And just a few notes. In spite of the pandemic, our attendance and membership has been outstanding, and for that, we thank our God. We have done a few changes that's worth noting, that we have put together a profit and loss system in our program that's helping us to keep up with a manageable monthly budget. In addition, Kim has made some changes in the office and our filing system. It's great. We're able to answer any questions that might come up now or in the future, and anything that might come up in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
We got a place for that. To become more financially secure, we have set a goal in our board that we'll keep $10,000 monthly balance in our checking account, and an account as a reserve of $20,000. As of this month, we reached the $10,000 goal in our checking account, which is yay.
Yay.
And the reserve gold, we're short by $3,500, which is again a big yay.
Yes.
And for all that, thanks, Kim, for all your efforts and trust in us to work with you here.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hello. Yes, thank you. My name's Pete, and I'm a new member here on the board, and I just want to tell you how proud I am to be on your board. Kim, you are something else. I really, really and truly love your leadership, and I can feel in my heart and in our hearts how beautiful you are to us, and how beautiful that you talk to us to make us grow and understand our Father's love for us. They also wanted me to talk about the development of the empowering teams that we have here. We have a beautiful landscaping team. Yes, that just totally takes care of this gorgeous place and makes it look beautiful and nicely trimmed up and all those things. I mean, we're going to do our very best to have the best flowers that we can and just make this place as gorgeous as possible. There's a lot of other things that we have working. We're gonna try to do something with our outside area here outside the kitchen, that we're gonna try to see what we can do back there to make it into somewhat of a meditation room or something like that. But we're gonna make a beautiful thing out of it back there so that we can all enjoy, I'd love to say thank you to Quentin I mean, that guy is just something else. And I'm gonna tell you soon, he will be playing the piano for us. He sneaks in here and plays the piano, and I mean, he is getting to tickle those ivories beautifully. So hopefully we'll get him up here and do a show for us. Though that was also that we also have, people that are coming and singing like Raheem and all that y'all saw. We used to be able to play videos of other things, but there's certain rights that we have to accomplish in order to do that. So right now we're, doing and getting the outside people to come and play music for us here. So other than that, I just want to say thank you, and that I'm very proud to be a member of this beautiful board. So I love y'all.
Hi, my name is Peter Fuentes. I'm sorry, that's the one I use in the lineup. I've been asked to speak about a couple of items and give the board's perspective on what we have embraced and accomplished through and while Kim has been our spiritual leader. We have many venues in which enable us to reach out not only to the face-to-face congregation here, but to many unseen faces who abide by unity principles. As many of you know, Kim broadcasts our message service over Facebook and the World Wide Web. And we utilize this media and also Pinterest and Instagram and the things that Jan had said to reach out to our like-minded folks and to our congregation. Now we're able to touch the hearts and the souls of the members and soon to be members because of the efforts and toil by Kim, who is committed to seeing Unity Spiritual Center thrive and grow. Kim presents live stream venues on Facebook and the web, our Sunday service messages, and she presents online study groups with specific topics, group discussions that are often outlets for those to participate and which provide direction and conversation and sometimes just an opportunity to release and purge those feelings which no longer serve their best interest. An avenue for some just to be heard. Kim masterfully facilitates these outreach programs, book study groups, grief discussion groups, and one-on-one availability to anyone seeking help or a better understanding of their potential to be with Christ's mind. We have a Serenity Suite, which is utilized currently for peaceful, guided and silent meditation, envisioned by Kim and seen through completion by Kim. A children's church called Rise and Shine was successful and has allowed for multi-generational involvement in our community. All these venues and activities serve and enhance living our best life. And we're born through the visions Kim had to serve not just the members of our congregation, but their families and any members of this community. Now, it must also be stated that at times this board has to pull the reins in a bit to control Kim's visions. For instance, little does anyone know that the Serenity Suite had an alternative plan of use before it was utilized as a children's church. Kim's initial proposal to the bar was that to the board, hello, Kim's initial proposal to the board was that room be used as a wine and vodka bar. After much discussion, it was concluded that perhaps a church for the we members of this congregation might look a bit more saintly. Another vision Kim presented to the board that led to much discussion was the purchase of the garden shed. And much to Kim's dismay, the shed was approved by the board over a jacuzzi. Now, Kim had a good argument, however, that it would be a perfect fit for the landscaping project and that the whole congregation could use this. Now, upon hearing that, Mike changed his vote, anticipating that Cece and all the other female members of this congregation would fit in the tub with him. The vote was close. The vote was close, but the shed won.
Turned a pretty shade of red.
And the last scenario was where the board had to put the brakes on. The foresight of our leader's ambition was to choose between the large Unity logo in the arch window in front of this beautiful building and a serenity pool on the roof. The board won by just one vote. Again, Mike changed his vote knowing that this would also include the whole congregation. So Mike, you need to say the rosary more. Okay. In truth, Kim has been such a driving force in the rebirth of Unity Spiritual Center. Our sanctuary, with all that it provides, is a room that we are all so proud of. It accommodates our guest speakers, our singers, and musicians so well, per their spoken love to return. Our pride in our loving presence has a united congregation with families and friends and guests that come through, whether in a media presentation or in person, as a result of, and can be attributed to, the zeal, the foresight, and the commitment by Kim, who has presented us all to realize the great vision of Unity Spiritual Center. Kim oozes inspiration that has changed lives in this temple of love and caring. She is the best and just getting started, and so it is.
Wow. And you guys thought I could talk. Way to go, dear. I didn't know it was going to turn into a roast, but that's all right.
Rose, that's right.
All right.
We'll talk in the parking lot.
The only other thing I wanted to mention is since at Kim's direction and in Kim's vision, we were able to upgrade the AV system and the telecommunication system, and it ran about $44,000 to do that, okay? But we are truly state-of-the-art, which was all Kim's vision because, it was all Kim's vision. And we were just proud that as a board that we could accomplish that for her and make her vision come true. So since today is a very special day, since it's Kim's 3rd anniversary as our spiritual leader of the Unity Spiritual Center Saxon, we'd like Kim to come forward. All right. Due to the pandemic, it isn't advisable to anoint people with oil, or laying on hands. But as many of us have written notes, we want to give them to you as they were gathered prior to the service. So do we have the little bag?
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
There we go. The cards in there. All right.
Thank
There we
you.
go. All right.
Oh, how wonderful.
These are words and blessings of love for those who've been watching online, and we encourage you to send Kim your own words and blessings, adding to the comments to Facebook live stream, sending her email or a card to her. We have a slide showing that has just come up. Also, we would like to, sweet for the sweet, we would like to present you with a sealed edible arrangement, which is chocolate-covered fruit
And balloons. How
and
pretty.
balloons.
Thank
And-
you.
And we don't know if you are not allergic to flowers, but we got you flowers anyway.
They're beautiful. Thank you. I love them too.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your help. As a personal note, since I worked so closely and have worked so closely with Kim over the last 2 years, I've come to understand that everything that Kim asked for, she doesn't expect us to produce immediately. That hasn't stopped
2
us,
weeks.
however. We try to do that because we'd like to see Kim here for at least another 10 years because I'll be too old to worry about it then.
We all will be.
So we've been just fortunate that we were able to come and be on the board a little after the time that Kim came here, because I can tell you that the feeling that she's always been able to, the vibe that she's always been able to give the center has been one of very energetic, very on the move, and she's constantly looking for other ways to be able to make this center more of what it's been designed for. Like we told you when the board took over, we've been here 30 years, and it will not die on our watch. And Kim is part of that vision. So we really appreciate it, Kim. Thank you for being with us for 3 years. And we've got a new contract that Kim signed. So everybody now can take a deep breath that she will be here for at least another year. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Man, so I want to thank my husband, first of all, Quentin, because when I said yes to this, we really didn't know how our lives were going to change, and he puts up with my, you think you all have to put up with stuff. He gets it times 1,000, but he's patient and loving and supportive in a way that I could not have dreamed. And so he is my rock and my sanctuary, and makes so much of this possible. So thank you, my love. And to all of you, you know, one of my dreams, we talked about dreams today, and one of my dreams was for extended family, because so much of mine is gone. And you all have become that in more ways than I could have dreamed. And so the amount of love and dedication that pours into this place is just wonderful, and it stops me in my tracks. And there are days, like I said in the newsletter, there are days when I have no words for this. All of this that has happened in this place could not have happened without all of you. And from the first board, when I first came here, Cece and Judy and Marie and Ann Griffin and Maricela, you all just welcomed me here and said yes to me and made me feel at home from the very first moment, and just set a foundation for this place that has given birth to all of this. So I'm just so grateful for all of you. And then this new board, including Sue, who's not here right now, you all are just making it happen in a way I could not have dreamed. Fred, jeez. You said that your job is to help me do what I do better. And I can't tell you how grateful I am for your support and the way you know that there are days when I need more support and when I need lifting up, and you have a way of reading me sometimes that confounds me. And thank you. I could not do this job without this level of dedication from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all these beautiful people, I love you all so much. And you work so hard and you give so much. And from the moment you said yes and got installed in here, it started happening. I love you all dearly, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud to be a part of what we're doing here. And all of you who come and sit here and listen to me every day, and we learn together and grow together. I love you all dearly. You all are fantastic. We were all brought here together for a reason, and none of that had anything to do with me. That had to do with this goodness that I talked about, this all goodness. Part of the plan, the divine plan, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So thank you, everybody. And Fred, do you want to come back up? Because I have no idea what's happening.
Would you close the prayer for us?
Let me say something.
Sure.
He's like,
You gotta be there.
Will you give us a closing prayer, please?
Sure.
yes.
Could you whisper that in my ear? I just want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for being here.
He's a soprano.
This has just been wonderful.
Yeah.
In our hearts and deeply in our souls. You have just touched all of us so much, but so has everyone here. They're all embedded in our hearts and souls. So we thank you for that, and thank you for the opportunity to have this gala.
Yeah.
So thank
This is
you.
wonderful.
No, Jerry, I meant close the prayer.
Amen.
Close the what?
Yeah, that was it.
You want to say?
Yeah, that was
Just
it.
say amen.
Amen.
And Jesus wept, right? Thank you to everybody who's a part of this. Thank you so much. I'm just blown away. And know that I step forward now for the next 3+ years, however long we are all to be together. And this is the tip of the iceberg. Absolutely the tip of the iceberg. So I love you all. Have a wonderful Sunday. Have a glorious week. And Cece wants to say something.
I just want to say, I never get tired of saying the first time that you walked in here as our speaker for the first time, or you just came in first time, and when you talked, and then you sang to us, we knew that God had answered our prayer.
Ah, yes. I did too. I did too. Yeah. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Did you want to come back up?
I was just going to say that message that you're talking about, Cece, is on YouTube. If you want to go see Kim's first message before she was even called here.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, everybody.